It's Coffee Break, episode 129.
We're quickly getting closer and closer to 151. One for every Pokemon.
We got some trailers. We had a state of play.
Mostly trailers. It's finally starting to happen.
Yep. We got some fun Avengers news. And we got the Acolyte.
Yeah, this was a big thing that happened. I was annoyed because I went to Twitter and I saw that Nintendo Direct was trending. And I was like, oh golly gee, did they announce a new Direct? And then it's just people expecting there'll be a Direct this month because there's usually a Direct in June. And I'm like, guys, you can't give my hopes up like that.
No, that makes sense. This is E3 season.
Mm-hmm.
If Sony already did theirs, we gotta wait for Microsoft and then Nintendo.
Yeah.
And Nintendo should announce the Switch too.
You think it'll be the Switch too?
Yeah, we should get a better look at Pokemon Zaw, and they should be like, yeah, the Switch 2 is on its way.
I'm gonna hold out hope for Tomodachi Life 2. Come on. Yeah. A small yet dedicated fan base really wants Tomodachi Life 2.
You're not gonna get that.
I could dream.
We barely got Pikmin 4.
I know.
So, one of the trailers that came out this week was Venom Last Dance, which is the third and final film of Tom Hardy's Venom.
Yeah.
Did you watch the trailer?
I did. I didn't even realize it was Venom at first. Like it was just happened to be playing, and I wasn't really paying attention. It was when the horse showed up, and I remembered you mentioning the Venom horse.
The Venom horse has gone viral?
Yeah.
I think with the help of IGN. So the plot of this movie seems to be that Eddie is fighting the military and aliens, because these aliens are from Venom's home.
Yeah.
And they've come to kill him for it, I guess.
Sure.
Which is kind of weird, because I don't know. I'm really confused why we're doing this story and not a Spider-Man story.
Because their Spider-Man stories aren't doing too well.
This is his last movie. He said that. That's why it's called The Last Dance.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think the horse is going to be in it enough to make it worth watching.
No, he's just using the horse to get across the desert. Which, yeah, now Venom's in the desert?
Also, the first two movies were really bad. So I don't even know how they got to a third one. You know?
People love Venom. They'll show up and watch Venom.
Sure, but they were so bad.
It looks like he ate these guys' heads at the beginning.
Sure.
But they could have also just been ducking, because he's snapping at them.
Yeah. It's gonna be... You think it's gonna be PG-13 again?
It is.
Yeah.
I hated the animation on Venom, especially when Eddie's coming out of him. Like, he's fighting these guys in the room, right?
Yeah.
And Venom, launches Eddie out so he can do, a kick across the room.
Do you remember when the first movie was coming out and we saw Venom for the first time? And everyone was freaking out because of how good it looked.
Mm-hmm.
And now here we are. Here we are.
I hate when he reveals half his face. Because
Yeah.
when he does that, the teeth stick out, Venom's teeth.
Mm-hmm.
And it's... Because he has such a wide mouth.
And you can really see how, fake and plastic they are.
Yeah.
It just reminds me of Spider-Man 3, where Topher Grace, I was always looking at his dumb face. And it's like, I don't care about Topher Grace's face. Put your mask on. Be Venom.
I don't like Venom in that movie.
No.
He's too tiny.
Yeah. He's not good.
No. He doesn't do any of his real Venom stuff.
No.
Topher Grace, I know people really liked the actor. He did a terrible job in that movie.
Well, I don't even know if it was that he did a terrible job or if he knew no one liked this part of the film. Sam Raimi was very vocal about how he didn't want the Venom part.
Yeah, so Sam went all the way against Sony about this, and they're like, no, you need to put Venom in there. And he was like, okay. And that scene with Emo Toby?
Mm-hmm.
Evil Toby?
Emo Toby.
Emo Toby?
Yeah.
That's a fuck you to Sony.
Bully Maguire.
Yeah, Bully Maguire, that's what his name is, yeah. When he's doing his dumb dance.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's goofy and stupid on purpose.
Yeah, he did it on purpose. And I don't think he was purposely trying to tank it, because the real story in Spider-Man 3 was about Sandman.
Yeah. And you could tell
and forgiveness.
He always wanted to get to the Sinister Six.
He was slowly building them.
But as usual, corporations will stick their grubby little fingers in and ruin things because they want things to go a certain way, even though the artistic integrity, the person's like, no, I have a plan, and it was good in the first place because of the plan I had. And they go, no, but we'll make money if you do this. Just do this one instead.
Oh, so they do that. People don't like it. It's considered one of the worst Spider-Man films ever. But I don't know. There's the Tom Holland trilogy. And
that was the time of a lot of bad superhero movies. Remember Catwoman? That was around that same time. Ish. If I remember correctly.
Yeah, I guess so.
A couple years before, I think?
Maybe.
Or after?
No, it's going to be during. Because Spider-Man 3 doesn't come out till, 2008? 2006?
Catwoman was weird.
Yeah, that was a terrible time.
Yeah.
What I don't understand is Sony messing with Sam Raimi like that. They effectively killed that trilogy. There was plans to make a fourth movie. Mm-hmm. They reboot it with a new kid, Andrew.
Doesn't really work out the way they wanted.
Well, they get a good first movie. It is a good one.
It is good. It's too long.
Mm-hmm.
It really drags, which is like part of the point, but woof.
And then the sequel, they're like, do the Sinister Six. And he's like, I was working with Mysterio.
It's the same thing.
Or not Mysterio,
Lizard?
No, what the hell's his name? Electric dude. Why can't I remember his name?
Electro? No.
Yeah, Electro.
Is it Electro?
Yeah, it's Electro.
Yeah, it's the same. It's same exact problem where they stuck their fingers in and told them to do something they weren't ready for.
They shoehorned Rhino in there.
Yeah.
And then they do the classic death scene of Gwen Stacy with Green Goblin.
Yeah. Oh, Green Goblin. I always forget he's in that one.
And it ends with Peter being sad because Gwen's dead, and they had MJ in there, and they cut all her scenes out.
Wow, really?
Yep.
Who played MJ? I remember you telling me, and I don't remember.
I don't like her as an actress. She was from My American Pregnancy, Teenage Pregnancy.
Okay, I'm not gonna remember. I didn't watch that.
Anyways, so they ruined that, and then now they don't know what to do, so they went to Marvel, and Marvel's like, we'll just do it on our own. But whenever they mess around with their own stuff, they fuck it up.
Yeah, like Morbius. Or Madam Web.
Madam Web is hidden behind a paywall on Netflix, which bothers me so much.
What goblins? What terrible, just trash people. They know the movie's bad. Mm-hmm. They know people didn't like it, and they're still going to try to scrape in a little bit extra money by hiding it behind a paywall. What losers.
I would love to watch it.
Hey, you want more money? Make a good movie. How about that?
They said Craven is going to be great.
Sure.
Christmas time's a great time to release it. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, but you got Venom. Venom's going to come out before Craven, and I don't know. I don't see how any of this is all connecting.
I think Craven's going to come out and no one's going to watch it because no one's going to even realize it's coming out.
I'm sure people will notice.
Maybe, but I have
It stars Tangerine. Yeah,
but I have no faith in this movie whatsoever. Nothing else they've done has given me any faith in their filmmaking.
True. Alien Romulus, the trailer for that came out, the new Alien, which is set... Where is it set?
I don't know. It might just be nebulously in the universe. There's so many parts to the timeline.
Mm-hmm.
I approve. I think it looks good.
Avid?
Avid? What's that?
Fede? Alvarez? I don't know how to say his first name. Alvarez is the director. He directed Evil Dead, which is the remake.
Yeah.
With the female Ash. Yeah. And then he directed Don't Breathe. Uh-huh. Which was fucking wicked awesome.
Yeah, super tense, crazy.
And that movie just escalates. And now here he is doing Alien. And I'm like, this guy knows horror.
The thing that got me, it was in the trailer. You see the facehugger trying to put its thing in his mouth.
Yep.
And that was the thing that was like, yes, they understood the assignment. They are going to do a good job with this one.
No, they put the rape back into it.
Yep.
That was the whole point of them.
It is.
The creators of the facehugger was really sick of rape scenes in cinema. That they were like, you know what? We're going to create a monster that rapes men. Mm-hmm. And that's what they created. And that's...
good old Geiger. H.R. Geiger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't Geiger who did that.
Who was it?
No, it was just the the prop guys.
Geiger designed a lot of the parts with Alien. Like, a lot of the sets and stuff.
Yeah, he did the sets and he designed its armor. Mm-hmm. The xenomorph proper.
Yeah.
But I don't think he did much with the facehugger. That was something else they added into. Yeah.
But he does include a lot of, like, penis shapes.
Yep.
Too often. That's why it looks like that.
Yep. I loved every shot of the xenomorph. He looks amazing.
He or she. And the original was a she. Wasn't it?
No.
Yeah, the queen, wasn't it?
The queen's in the second one.
Oh, no. I don't remember. It's been a while.
Yeah, you can see it slowly in the background every now and then coming up. Mm-hmm. Or there was this cool shot where it's like kind of crouching down, drooling. Mm-hmm. And then, of course, at the end, it opens its second mouth. I
liked the trailer to this very clever twist where, rather than saying the full thing, the full catchphrase for Alien, which is in space, no one can hear you scream.
Yep.
They didn't have the word scream, they just cut the audio, except for like a high-pitched kind of like echo noise.
That was cool. And then Alien shows up, the title, the same way that the original did it.
Very, very eye-catching.
Yep.
Did a much better job grabbing my attention.
I love Alien. I'm super excited. I'm glad that Ridley Scott approves of this one.
Oh, someone's totally going to be an android, right?
Probably that British guy.
I was going to say, it's definitely the British.
Did you see the Wayland logo on one of the doors?
No, I wasn't paying attention.
Yep, there's stuff in there. I was like, oh, okay. Mm-hmm. They are still working on a TV show.
Oh, are they really?
And the TV show is set before Prometheus.
Oh, before Prometheus?
Yes. So I was like, I don't know where Romulus takes place, but I'm excited. I love Alien. Alien's always been cool. I even like Alien 3. I'll go that far.
Ooh. I don't think I ever watched it.
Alien 3?
Yeah, I don't think so.
You know I own all of them, right?
Yeah. One time we were like, we're going to watch all of them, and then we made it about 15 minutes into the first one, and I think we just fell asleep. Yeah. It was already late at night when we started.
Alien Covenant, which was the last movie, which was almost 10 years ago now.
Yeah.
That one was a banger. Mm-hmm. I loved that one. A lot of people did not like it.
I didn't even watch it. A lot of them I didn't even know were Alien movies. Like Prometheus, I didn't know Prometheus was an Alien movie until I met you. And you were talking about Alien, and you mentioned Prometheus, and I'm like, what does Prometheus have to do with this? And you're like, it's the beginning. And I was like, it's an Alien movie? Why isn't Alien in the title anywhere? Everyone just calls it Prometheus.
It's Prometheus. Well, it's not really an Alien movie.
But, like, you know what I mean.
You see the prototype of the xenomorph in it at the very end. But what they're really doing is exploring that planet that they found originally in the first movie. And they're learning about the ancient alien species that had that vehicle.
Interesting.
Yes. It's a very interesting film. You never realize that he's actually teaching you ancient astronaut theory.
Cool.
But using sci-fi.
Isn't Michael Fassbender in it?
Yes, he is the android.
Yeah.
He's also in Covenant. And he plays a much bigger role because he's unleashing them onto people.
Oh.
Yeah.
He's the bad guy.
Yes. Well, he's a android clone of Wayland.
Oh, is he?
You do see Wayland. He's played by...
You think it would be the same guy if he's a clone of him.
No, because he's way older and he's dying.
Oh.
Oh, man, what is his name? Guy Pearce?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
We should watch this one.
Covenant? Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it in a long time, but I love it. With Alien being coming back, they've also been talking about Predator. Mm-hmm. I'm just trying to remember the other guy.
They always come hand in hand.
Yep.
Always together.
And Predator, they're making 2 movies.
Yeah.
One will be Prey 2, which will be a sequel to Prey.
Cool. Prey was good.
It was awesome. And then they're going to make a new one called Badlands.
Interesting.
We don't know much about it. We just know Ellie Fanning?
I don't know who this is.
It's an actress. She's going to be in it.
Cool.
That's all we know. So they're actively trying to bring back Alien and Predator again.
It's never going to be as good as Predator 2. I liked Predator 2. I thought that one was good. I thought it had unique challenges.
I'm going to be honest. I only liked Prey.
Really?
Yeah.
I like Predator because he has his like heat signature thing but because of all of the technology and everything about, I think it was New York City they were in, his, like, heat signature...
They're in L.A.
Is it L.A.?
Yes.
I couldn't remember. I remember there was a subway or something.
Okay.
It didn't necessarily work the same way. Like, he had to change...
Did he want, like, a sandwich or something?
Yes. That was all he wanted.
Sorry, dude.
I know, like, a lot of his, like, tactics from the first movie, he couldn't utilize necessarily in the same ways in the second one. And I thought it was neat that both he had to come up with new strategies and our main character guy had to come up with a different strategy.
They made so many weird Predator movies.
Also, isn't it Danny Glover?
Yep.
And he's way more entertaining as an actor
than Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Arnie's good, but that's not his best performance, and you know it. It's not Jingle All the Way. If he doesn't have... Oh man, what's his name?
Sinbad?
If it's not Sinbad with him, it's just not worth watching.
So the Marvel news. First up, Evangelion. Why am I messing up every name?
Evangeline.
Evangeline Lilly.
Evangelion, you're so close. Like, I read it too, and I was like, yeah, that's Evangelion. And I was like, wait a minute, that can't be right.
Evangeline Lilly, who was known for playing Wasp. Mm-hmm. She was also in Lost, and she was also in The Hobbit as the she-elf.
Yeah, the one
that's not in the book.
No, the one that fell in love with that one dwarf.
Who died.
Incredibly quickly. Like, they had, like, 2 sentences with each other, and they were in love.
He's all about those pointy ears, man.
I guess. And she's into short dudes.
Short, hairy dudes that like to hang out with other men. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. She's announced retirement. She is no longer going to be in Hollywood. She said at some point maybe she would come back, but she wants to focus on other pieces of her life.
Good for her.
And I was like, great, but that makes no sense for this next piece.
Okay, what's the next piece?
Sean Levy, who's been directing a lot of movies with... What's Deadpool's name?
Ryan Reynolds?
Ryan Reynolds.
We're just doing terrible with names. It's getting worse.
Project Adam?
Oh, yeah.
Where he's an adult comes back in time to save his kid self.
I liked that one.
It was a good one.
It was funny.
Fall Guy?
Fall Guy was fine.
Wait, no. The guy.
No. Yes. No.
Free Guy?
Free Guy.
Yes. He directed that one.
Uh-huh. That one was also, like, fine.
Yep. And now he's directing Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yeah.
And Marvel is like, hey, you're going to be the guy who directs Avengers 5.
Big responsibility.
Yeah, I was like, whoa, that's a big pay increase right there.
They probably saw that everyone is actually excited for Deadpool and Wolverine, and none of their other movies have gotten this much buzz in a while.
I want to see Captain America 4 more than I want to see Deadpool and Wolverine.
Really?
I'm still going to watch Deadpool.
Yeah.
For obvious reasons, but I also have to wait till next year for Cap 4.
Yeah.
I really like Captain America. Mm-hmm. I love both of them.
It's this thing that sucks is like it's been years.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I wanted this movie years ago, like 2-3 years ago.
They finished filming it last year.
Yeah.
It was supposed to come out this year, and they pushed it back.
It's this weird conundrum of, I think, making, like, 3 movies in 1 year is obviously not a very good, like, model for production. Because you're rushing and you have to, like, cut budgets.
You have different teams working on these. It's when you have 3 movies and 3 TV shows. Mm-hmm. And we learned that the TV shows, the reason why they're so weird all over the place is they never had a showrunner.
Oh my god.
So any episode could be a little different, which kind of explains the ending of She-Hulk.
It does. Marvel really, they went too far in one direction and started producing a billion things all at once. And then they realized that was wrong. But now I feel like they've overcorrected too far in the other direction. And now it's like, oh, things aren't going to progress until 2, 3, 4 years down the line. And it's like, ugh. The waiting game is killing me. I'm still sitting here waiting for Shang-Chi to show up ever again.
Well, the rumor about Avengers 5 is there will be 60 Avengers in it. And I was like, that's a lot of counting.
Yeah,
That's a lot of screen time for some people.
Yeah.
But not everyone deserves that screen time.
Like, we could point to Endgame, and be like, look at all these characters. But, like,
No.
half of them didn't even get lines.
If you watch Endgame, it's really just about the original 6 and Scott.
What do you mean? But, I mean at the end, though, when everyone showed up.
Yeah, when everyone shows up, but that's the end of it.
But, they could, marketing-wise, be like, look, there's all these many characters in this movie, even though they all didn't be in the movie.
I want to know if the new Guardians show up.
Yeah. I want more Adam Warlock.
Mm-hmm.
Give me some more Big Boy Groot.
Yep. With Rocket leading them.
Mm-hmm.
Deadpool's going to have to show up, of course.
And then Kraglin and that one girl.
Kraglin?
Yeah, he's in the Guardians of the Galaxy now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And so is the dog.
Oh, yeah. Cosmo. Yeah. Forgot about her.
Yeah, that got weird.
But out of nowhere. But if you watch them in order, if you go 1, 2, 3, between 2 and 3, a bunch of stuff just, like, happened that you do. It is, like, a lot of stuff. Cosmo's just there.
Yep.
We're living inside the head.
Nowhere.
Yep.
They had weaponized Nowhere.
It's now, like, a weird, like, city apartment-scape.
It's their home.
Yeah, but, like, that wasn't what it looked like at the end of number 2.
Well, they also had to go to Earth and fight Thanos.
That's a big thing when talking about, like, keeping up with these movies, with Marvel's universe, is if you're only interested in Thor, you can't just watch the Thor movies. His story bounces around and engages with all the Avengers movies as well, and some other weird ones here or there. So, yeah, that's one of the downsides to having a multi-connected universe.
True. You do have to watch everything.
Mm-hmm.
I think 60 Avengers is a lot.
You could make teams, like split them up. Like, I'm thinking of, like, Game of Thrones had an awful lot of characters, too.
Mm-hmm. But
So-
they got killed off.
True. But, like, still, there's a lot of... They could theoretically do it, but I'm not gonna... I think it's gonna be more like 5, and there happens to be a whole lot of extras in the background.
Yes.
Yeah. Also, if Evangeline Lilly is done, they might not even need her there. They could just, like, CG in her face on someone.
AI that shit.
No.
Okay, the state of play.
Yeah.
It was not good.
It sure did come out. Remember how we were so certain we were gonna get good old Resident Evil.
Dude, I almost cried that day. When I saw that Resident Evil 9 was not announced, Revenant Shadows, I almost broke down. I was like, what?
I'm gonna be honest.
You promised me.
I don't think it's gonna be called Revenant Shadows.
That's his name.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Who told you that? The same person that told you we were going to be getting a trailer last week?
Shut up. So we got Astrobot.
I don't...
Concord.
Another shooty game.
God of War Ragnarok PC trailer announcement.
Yeah, for a second I was like, oh, is this new God of War? And I was like, no, it's not.
Until Dawn. Coming back.
This one's weird. This movie... It's basically a movie. This game is 9 years old.
Yeah.
Why? Who cares? No, everyone who has wanted to play it has played it. I don't understand. This isn't even like the
But
most...
they rebuilt it from the ground up.
But why?
I don't know.
I was looking at shots between the original and this one
And
that
they
someone
look the
had
same.
put together. They look the same.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
I was afraid because that was the only part that I actually watched because I was busy at work, and I was like, "Oh, this guy's got a gun. Weird things are happening." Resident Evil? No. Silent Hill? No. What is this?
See-
Until Dawn. And I was like, really?
So, 'cause I love Until Dawn, so I saw like the characters start popping up. These characters I know and love. There's Sam. There's Mike. And I'm like, oh my god, is this a sequel? No.
Nope.
Nope.
Just a new port. Skydance's Behemoth, which will be PSVR 2.
This one looked fine. I was kind of into this one.
The only thing that I'm really interested in is that this is by Skydance.
Yeah, what do they do?
Skydance makes movies.
Oh, yeah, everyone's doing this became a thing a couple years ago, where all the game guys started wanting to make movies, and all the movie guys started wanting to make games.
Yep.
Did you hear Blumhouse has announced they're gonna make a game division?
Yeah.
They
announced that a while ago.
I think they, like, finalized things recently. Because I saw something on Twitter yesterday or whatever.
Jason Blum is a really smart guy.
Yeah.
The films aren't always great, but he can pump them out for a lesser budget.
He can. And I think he's smart with his resources.
When he really wants to work on something good, he will put a lot of money and time into it.
Mm-hmm. And if he approaches... Nope was very good.
Get Out.
Uh-huh.
Us.
5 Nights at Freddy's.
Yep.
Good stuff. Love 5 Nights at Freddy's.
They did The Invisible Man.
Uh-huh. That one was good for the first half.
I liked it. It's weird.
It teetered off towards the end.
The next game was Path of Exile.
It just looked like a Baldur's Gate ripoff.
Yeah. Monster Hunter Wilds.
Yeah. It was nice seeing a bit more.
This was the big one for Capcom, and I was like, well, we already saw a trailer for Wilds during the Game Awards.
Yeah, we get more, like, character. Like,
yeah.
Todd Haberkorn voices someone important.
So, the most interesting thing is not the voice actors. It's your mount.
Yeah, I love that thing.
So the mount is designed to automatically lead you to the next spot that you need to go. So you don't have to really worry about steering.
Nice.
Because you can battle on top of it. They've also changed it so that you can use a quick menu to switch weapons.
Yeah.
You don't have to go back to your treasure chest. If you've ever played Monster Hunter, you basically have a hub, and then you go eat food, you get your stat bonuses, you go to the forge to get your weapons and armor and upgrade them, and then you just go out on expeditions and you hunt your thing, kill it, you got a timer, make sure you carve everything out of this thing.
Whatever you bring with you is what you have.
Yep.
If you fucked up, you have to go back to the hub, exit out of the mission, get your stuff, but now you can carry 2 weapons on you.
Yep.
And I saw someone being like, we all know the thing we're gonna do. Charge blade and charge blade. Just 2 different charge blades.
For me, it would be the great sword and the long sword.
I stick with my dual blades.
Honestly, I might just do light bowgun with the long sword. And I'll just be quick.
Yeah, you experiment with others. I really tried to get into the insect glaive because I liked the buggies. I just like my spammy, speedy.
If you can pull off the insect glade, good for you. I mean, seriously, it's really cool to see that thing pop off.
It's weird.
I can't figure it out. I'm like, I got the big sword that chops the monster up, okay?
It was cool to see. We got to see some new monsters a little bit.
The big one. Silent Hill 2.
Yeah.
We all knew it was here. We all know what it looks like. It doesn't look great.
I knew you wouldn't like it.
The monsters look amazing.
I think it looks fine for what it is.
James and all other human characters look like poop.
Yeah, I knew you. I think people are a little too snobbish about designs and games. As long as it runs good, I'll be happy.
Look at Monster Hunter.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
They have really good fur textures, I will admit. That's the thing that I think with James and all the other human characters. Their hair looks very, like...
It's their fucking teeth, dude.
Teeth is always weird. And when you're, like, a modeler or an artist, you don't, like, your teeth looks good, but if you overdo it, it can be distracting how over-modeled they can be.
Why does everyone have perfect teeth in this weird abandoned town?
I think it looks fine. The monsters looked great, and immediately I fell in love with the monster parts.
Yes. I'm excited. October, it will be a power on. It's going to be a whole deal when we get there.
Also, I bet they probably didn't have the hugest budget, because not only has Silent Hill not been around for a while,
yeah.
Their last couple of things didn't do amazing, and I think they were getting ready for some other thing, like some, like, new game, not a remake like this one is. Remaster? Remake?
So, it started with, Ascension, which did not do well. That really upset me, because I did not like what they were doing with that app.
Yeah.
And then there was, the short message, which is a power on. And now we're going to get Silent Hill 2. The only other projects that haven't been talked about since they were announced is Silent Hill F, which is a true sequel to the main series.
Uh-huh.
It'll be Silent Hill 7, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And Silent Hill Townfall.
Yeah.
Which is supposed to be made by Bad Robot.
Yeah.
Another movie company making games.
All very interesting things. I'm excited. I mean, I know what happens in Silent Hill 2. I know the different endings and stuff, but I'm still excited. I'm excited to see it. It's been so long.
I just want to get back home. And then Alien Rogue Incursion, which is a new VR game.
Okay.
For Alien.
Great.
Marvel Rivals.
Yeah.
It's
Overwatch, but with Marvel characters.
Yeah. Watching someone play as Spidey.
Yeah?
He's all over the place.
I bet.
He's just constantly webbing, swinging around. I'm like, how would you even stop that?
I guess win?
Yeah. Become Doctor Strange and just keep him in a little capsule so he can't fucking move.
Well, they tried that, and then it didn't work very well in that movie.
Dynasty Warriors Origins, which I was wondering this. I wondered this to myself privately a while ago.
Huh.
Just like a few weeks. And I was like, why aren't there any more Dynasty Warrior games?
Yeah, they're
We did
weird.
Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity.
There's been a bunch of, like, Fire Emblem Warriors stuff.
But they haven't done Dynasty Warriors.
Mm-hmm.
There used to be a One Piece version of them.
Yeah, you were talking about that the other day.
God, I was just like, what happened? They don't make games like that anymore.
I don't know. I guess finally they're coming back to it.
They're coming back. Ballad of Antara.
Yeah.
It's a free-to-play action RPG. And Infinity Nikki.
Yeah, it's a dress-up game. Don't let them fool you. It looks like a cute little magical girl adventure, and that's what I read it as. Someone pitched it in an article as a magical girl video game. No, it's a dress-up game.
Well,
she runs around and dresses up. That's what it is.
She is cute.
She is cute. I will admit, she's adorable.
Infinity Nikki is an open-world dress-up adventure game coming to PS5, with beta tests due later this year. Along with Nikki, awaken the magical powers hidden within various outfits and embark on a journey filled with fun.
Yeah, I've seen like she has like a blue outfit and then she makes like bubbles to walk on. It's not what I want it to be.
Okay, and the last one, Where Winds Met.
I have no idea what this is.
An epic wuxia open-world action-adventure RPG set in ancient China is bringing its martial arts mysteries to the PS5.
Okay, it's Souls-like, I'm guessing.
Oh god, not again.
They're all just Souls-like nowadays.
So, that was PlayStation State of Play.
Very middling reviews at best. Most people
How
are
is God of War
disappointed.
Ragnarok coming to PC a newsflash?
How is reporting a 9-year-old choose-your-own-adventure game?
There's been so many rumors about Horizon leading up to this, and they're like, oh, they're going to announce the remake of Horizon. And I was like, they just made one.
Yeah.
And then they're like, no, it's going to be Horizon 3. And I'm like, they just made one. They're like, oh, Ghost of Tsushima 2. And I'm like, guys, keep dreaming. It's not going to happen.
Hit me with my Tomodachi life too. Doesn't sound too outlandish now, huh?
No. A lot of people were like, oh, you're going to bring back Dak and Dexter? Zack and
Jack and Daxter. Fake fan.
It's okay.
Their story ended. I mean, I guess you could bring them back. You could remaster that.
Where's Spyro?
Yeah.
And we were talking about this. I was like, where the hell is Star Fox?
Yeah.
What happened to Samus?
Where's Crash Bandicoot? They keep like reporting these games.
Yeah.
Like they remastered all the Spyro and the Crash stuff, and they did amazingly. And you think the companies would be like, oh, people still really want these collectathon platformers. We should make more. But no, they're like, oh, cool, that game did amazingly. Anyway, back to my next Souls-like.
Yeah. And then now you got rumors of Banjo-Kazooie being remade from the ground up.
I've heard too many rumors like that throughout my life. I am not going to hold my breath.
Yeah.
I'm tired of being out of breath.
So, box office trolls.
The box office trolls.
Number 1, Garfield.
And I think it makes sense because no other movie is oriented to kids, and it's summer break now.
Yes.
So people are antsy, kids want to see movies, people are willing to fork up the money to go see a movie if their kids want to. Yeah. And what else are they going to show them?
Furiosa and a Mad Max saga.
Definitely not If.
If is number 3. Number 4, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes.
Nice.
Number 5, The Fall Guy.
Yeah.
Which is tanking hard.
I've heard nothing about it. Nothing good, nothing bad. It's just people saying that it's not doing well in the box office.
I was watching the Kelly Clarkson show.
Because it happened to be on TV.
Yes.
In the break room.
I was like, why do we keep watching Kelly Clarkson? She's just singing her songs to you. That's all she's been doing.
Not even good songs.
I don't even know if I like her smile.
Really?
She smiles too much.
She does. They always do.
She brought in Emily Blunt to talk about Fall Guy. And it was a cool, nifty little interview and everything. Everything was fine. I've seen PR for it. Mm-hmm. But it didn't do well.
No.
And one of the weird things about that is this is a movie about making movies.
Yeah.
Hollywood loves movies about making movies.
They really do.
And when the award season comes, get ready. Fall Guy is going to be up there.
It so will.
And one of the big pushes is for the Academy to make a new category this year for best stunt work.
Yeah.
Which they should. And it would just go posthumously to John Wick.
Yes. Honestly, this should have been a category a long while ago.
It should have been.
But yeah, they're gonna do it for Fall Guy because they just so love movies about making movies.
They do.
Because they like pretending like they're normal people.
The Fablemans.
Yeah.
That was Spielberg's last movie. Mm-hmm. That was about making movies. It was about his childhood.
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Yep.
Oh, the tons of them.
Number 6, The Strangers Chapter 1, which is just a remake of the first Strangers.
Yeah.
And it's pretty ballsy to call it Chapter 1.
I mean, maybe they'll entice audiences to come back and watch it again next year.
Does it have the Sprout and the Bean in it?
I don't know. What's that?
That's that song that plays in the trailer. It plays throughout the movie.
Oh, really?
That song is weird. Just go listen to it. The Sprout and the Bean.
Okay.
And you would not think about a home invasion when you're listening to it. Number 7, Haikyuu, the dumpster battle.
Haikyuu. It's the anime about volleyball.
Okay. Yeah, Crunchyroll. Number 8, In a Violent Nature.
Haven't heard of it.
Number 9, Ezra.
Haven't heard of it.
Number 10, Summer Camp.
Haven't heard of it.
Yup.
So, cool. Half of the box office top 10 is random things no one's heard of.
I was on Amazon yesterday because I was like, do you have anything new while I'm waiting for Rings of Power? Mm-hmm. And they're like, no, but you can rent these movies. And you can rent Godzilla x Kong New Empire for $20.
Yeah, that sounds like a fair price for renting.
Yeah, I was like, what the? I could just buy it. And then I also saw Ghostbusters Frozen Empire, who also wanted $20.
Wow.
You couldn't even rent that one. You had to buy it.
They're so
and
greedy.
That's Sony. That's Sony doing. Right there.
That's what they do. They're like, oh, it didn't do good in the movies. Just give us more money now. Because it's not good, but we want to steal as much as we can.
Yep. And also I saw Civil War on there too. So I was just like, if this is the trend, where I can just rent these before they hit streaming, I mean, Godzilla, maybe.
I'm so willing to just wait for streaming. If I was going to rent a movie, it would have been Barbie, but I was willing to wait for it to hit streaming. And that's what a lot of people are willing to do. Because they don't have money. Corporations, we have no money. That's why we're not going to your stupid movies.
So, we haven't watched much lately?
No.
You're still doing this crazy Disney thing.
Yep. I'm about a quarter away through.
I've actively said no more.
Yeah. I had to go through movies faster, and we were going too slow together anyway.
Yeah. I'll join you in the Renaissance.
I'll wait. If I time things correctly, tomorrow when you get home, we can watch The Black Cauldron.
Yes.
So if I get enough time in.
Huge movie wreck right here from me, the hand that might be God. The Black Cauldron is a one-time thing with Disney.
Yeah.
They wanted to go dark. They wanted to go edgy.
And I can see why. I'm in the middle of the Aristocats.
Mm-hmm.
There hasn't been anything close resembling like death or even just like trauma for a character since Bambi. Bambi was
Sleeping Beauty.
Fourth. No one died in Sleeping Beauty.
He kills Maleficent.
Well, I mean from the heroes. Not the villains dying. Not Cinderella's dad dying in the first 2 seconds. No, I mean like an established character. There's no like mourning. There's no like loss. There's no stakes in these movies. Mm-hmm. And they keep doing like fake out deaths. Like they faked out Trusty's death in Lady and the Tramp. They did a fake out death for Baloo. But they're just not committing to it. So I can see why after all those years they were like, let's just go crazy.
Well, it's this weird thing where at this point, Disney wasn't making enough money off their movies.
Yeah.
And they were like, let's adapt this story, which was a book. And they give it to you, and it's about a boy and his pig. Mm-hmm. And they're fighting this evil king.
Satan himself?
Yeah. In Japan, he's called Satan, because I guess they have no term for the horned king.
Sure. I once played...
He's very much like Sauron.
I once played a game called Ninja Kids, which was an Atari game, and
sounds about right.
The bad guy was just Satan. It was great.
Well, he's a funny character to them.
Uh-huh.
They love throwing him around. That's why Mr. Satan from Dragon Ball exists.
It is funny just having like, oh, what are we? Ninjas. What are we doing? Oh, we're fighting actual Satan.
The Black Cauldron is a very interesting film. It flops, almost but surely killing Disney's animation studios.
Yeah.
They don't come back into their stride until The Little Mermaid.
They had one movie, one or two. I don't remember if there was a second one, but there's one between The Black Cauldron and Little Mermaid, and it's Oliver and Company. Mm-hmm. And then it's Little Mermaid.
I'm pretty sure it's Oliver, and then it's The Great Mouse Detective, and then Little Mermaid.
Great Mouse Detective might be before Oliver.
They're right next to each other.
They are.
And then Little Mermaid happens, and then bam, the Renaissance begins.
And then things get really good.
Yep.
But right now, I'm in the very boring era of things just kind of moseys along from one scene to the next.
What I wanted to say is it's this fun idea where Disney was like, we want to make more mature content because we feel like our audience would want that. Mm-hmm. And the audience is like, no, not really. And they're like, oh, so they go back to doing kids stuff. There's a point in the 90s where the CEO was...
Iger? No.
No, Bob Iger's the CEO now. Oh, why can't I see his name and I can't think of him? He used to do The Wonderful World of Disney.
Oh.
Every Sunday night he'd be on TV. Yeah, Eisner.
Is it Eisner?
Yeah, Michael Eisner. Eisner was like, no, we need to branch out to teenagers. So he made a nightclub in Disneyland. This is a real thing. He wanted to make more mature content.
And I think it works because kids also like being taken maturely.
The next Disney film to ever receive... Oh, that was the other interesting thing about The Black Cauldron. It's PG-13. Mm-hmm. There is blood. Yes. There is death. There's sex elements in there. It's weird.
I mean, those kind of things. There's so many weirdly horny characters.
Throughout Disney, yes. But the next PG-13 movie would be Pirates of the Caribbean, Curse of the Black Pearl.
Yeah.
That's how long it took them to do this.
Yeah.
It doesn't really work with the teenage audience. He was trying, but it just didn't click right. Mm-hmm. Then you get to Bob Iger, right? And his first run. And Bob Iger was like, Disney can't be for teenagers or adults, right? It's got family values to it.
That's what's rooted in.
Yep. So he went off and just bought out a bunch of other franchises. Star Wars.
Yep.
Marvel.
Yeah.
These were huge acquisitions, and the reason why was to have those guys be your teenage adult audience. So, I mean, it took them almost 100 years to pull this off.
Yeah.
But
Definitely, it was after the Black Cauldron, they were like, we need to find a balancing act between the cute, fluff, basically just cartoon antics nonsense that is outdated and is something you could find in any run-of-the-mill Tom and Jerry cartoon, and the darker, gritty, scary elements. They had to find a nice balance between story and magic, and they finally get it in the Renaissance.
Yep.
And then they get greedy and they lose their magic.
So what did we watch? There was a documentary.
Yes.
Jim Henson, Idea Man. It's on Disney Plus. There's no marketing for it. I read about it in the New York Times.
Yeah, I don't know.
Which I was like, why is the New York Times telling me that there's this documentary about a very prominent puppeteer?
Hey, Disney, do you want people to watch things on your streaming service?
Yeah.
Maybe, like, I don't know, advertise it? We were watching, to spoil a little bit ahead on our list, we were watching The Acolyte. And when we started the second episode, Disney Plus played a trailer for itself. And it's like all the things that's been on the channel, like the streaming service, for like a year or two now, but with The Acolyte sprinkled in there. And I'm like, advertise the Jim Henson thing.
Yeah.
That's what Hulu does. Hulu will advertise its other weird random things on its own channel. Not the thing you're currently watching.
Jim Henson, Idea Man, is a really awesome documentary to get into the mind of him and listen to his thoughts, his process, his creative process, his love for these puppets.
Yes.
Which it began at a very early age.
Yeah.
Him creating Kermit.
Kermit the Frog.
And why Kermit sounds the way he is, and why he's a frog, and he lives in a swamp. And it's all about his childhood.
Yeah.
He took his childhood and just put it into Kermit. And that's what he is. He's little Jim Henson. He's just a little Mississippian frog boy.
Just that lanky, weird guy.
Yep, who just sings weird songs.
You get a little bit of a look at the development of, like, the Dark Crystal and Labyrinth. I could have gone with a whole documentary on just Labyrinth. I do have the special edition DVD with all the behind-the-scenes stuff, so I do have that.
It's not a DVD.
What is it, Blu-ray?
It's Blu-ray, and it's not just a case, it's a damn book.
Is it?
Yeah, I mean, I got it for you
Well,
because
I don't
you
know.
love that movie.
Well, I didn't know how to classify it. I knew it wasn't a box set, because it's only the one movie.
No, but it's basically the ultimate collector's edition.
And it's so beautiful. The book is so pretty. Oh, I love that movie.
That's a fun one. Jim Henson was really fun to watch. I understood a lot of his pain about being an artist.
Yeah, he's a magical person. He created magic, and you get to see it.
Yep.
I like seeing the other people who get inspired by him, too.
Yeah, Frank Oz.
Frank Oz, yeah, big one.
And then we watched The Acolyte.
Yes.
A little slow.
You think so? I was hooked from the beginning. You kept trying to, like, talk to me about things. Like, you were trying to quip, and I was like, eyes glued to screen. What's gonna happen next?
What can I say without spoiling it?
The
Jedi are cool.
Yeah.
I didn't expect them to be that cool.
They are cool. I didn't expect to like the characters this much this quickly. But they did a great job giving good displays of everyone's personality.
Force powers up the wazoo. Cool fights.
Cool force powers, too.
Yep.
Like, usually their force powers are so... It's either too much or very lame. I think this is a good balance. I think they finally figured it out.
There are two bad guys, like we suspected.
We don't know who the second one is.
The Master.
Yeah.
Some people have theories. I don't know. We'll find out. It'll be July when it's over.
We'll see. Yep.
I did like it. It's just, give me the rest of it now.
Yeah.
I would rather sit down and watch the 4 hours of it than wait every week.
Yeah. It's gonna be tough. waiting. I think it's really good, though. I will say, to dive into spoiler territory, but I think it's, like, part of the selling, like, the pitch of what this is. Spoilers, if you don't want them, look away. There's twins, and it's very cliche, the stuff they do with the twins.
Yes.
But I feel like in any scenario, this is the one where it makes sense, because, like, they're force sensitive, so it makes sense they might have more of a deeper connection with each other because they're force sensitive twins.
Yep. They're also yin and yang, so one's good and one's evil.
Yeah, that's the kind of cliche part. But I feel like there's going to be a reason behind it in their backstory.
Yeah, we'll probably get a whole episode about that.
At least I hope so.
I forgot the name of the main Jedi. The Japanese guy.
Olu?
Ulu?
It began with an O. This is Disney Plus, very suddenly and very annoyingly, just will stop having subtitles. And then sometimes they'll come back for a little bit, and then they'll just go away again. And that's pissing me off.
You know who's the worst with that? Peacock.
Yes.
Oh my god. Watching Yellowstone, and sometimes I would have subtitles, and then they would just be gone in the next episode. And I'm like, where'd they go?
This is such old technology, too.
I go into the menu while it's playing, subtitles is clicked on.
But just not...
Sometimes if I fiddled with it, it would come back, but then it would just disappear shortly after, and I was just like, why?
Yeah.
Not everyone can hear.
It's such an easy and should be the basic standard of accessibility. And we've had this technology for years. It's so annoying.
Yes.
Rooster Teeth's website was terrible. If you paused for longer than like a minute, they would just go away and you couldn't bring them back. You could like reload the page, but then you have to sit through the other 5 ads all over again.
That's terrible.
Gee, I wonder why their website's shut down and their company's bad and gone.
Yeah. Well, that was coffee break right there.
Well, that was it?
Yep.
Oh, it has been about an hour, hasn't it? Wow.
I told you the long story of Disney trying to attract teenagers.
Yep. Oh, bad wording. Phrasing.
And how Sony likes to put their finger in everyone's pie.
And that's coffee break.
That was coffee break. I hope you guys are enjoying your summer. What did you feel about the PlayStation State of Play?
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot one thing.
What was it?
I had a poll.
Oh yeah, from last time.
Yep.
Oh, what was it? I voted on it too and everything.
It was, well, your favorite Mario game.
Yay!
And I learned some things.
What'd you learn?
There are multiple Paper Mario games.
Oh yeah, you didn't know that? There's like 7 of them.
Yeah. The one winning is Super Mario 64.
Wow. And that's the worst one on your lineup.
It's the most classic. 1,000 Year Door, 30%.
Yeah, that's the one I voted for.
Super Mario Odyssey, 20%.
Meh.
And 10% to Super Mario Sunshine. If I could have done a 5th one, it would have been Galaxy.
I really like Sunshine, and I think it gets a bad rap. It's really cute. It's different. It's fun. I liked it.
Can I even go back and play it?
No.
So it's just lost.
They've ported it, but it's like this weird port that has also Mario Galaxy and Mario 64 on it, or something like that.
What the hell?
Yeah, it was weird. I'm sure they'll just report it, kind of like 1,000 Year Door eventually, like from the ground up kind of deal. Maybe, I don't know. I really liked Sunshine. I thought it was cute. That was when we would get introduced to the Piantas. You've seen them a little bit.
Yeah, I know what they are.
Yeah, I love them.
And we find out that pineapples grow on trees.
Yes, and oh my god, I thought pineapples actually grew on trees because of this dumb fucking game, and I'm a fool.
When we first started dating and you said that to me, I was just like, what is wrong with you?
I mean, you could imagine, like how a banana do, like from the stalk. That's what you could...
I've been to a pineapple plantation in Hawaii.
I know now. Yes. Mario lied to me.
Yes.
Sonic the Hedgehog lied to me too.
You also
told me about Babylon, and their version of Babylon is nothing like real Babylon. So I went in all confident to my history test, thinking Babylon was about a bunch of people trying to fly. And I was wrong. Sonic the Hedgehog. Why would you name it after the same thing that already exists in history?
You thought there was a civilization of human beings trying to fly?
Listen, I wasn't paying attention in class. I was playing Sonic the Hedgehog.
When there's way too many Wright brothers just standing around.
It was Sonic Riders too.
Oh my god.
Where you fight the birds, get it? Because they were descendants from Babylon. Because they were bird people. I should have realized that's where things went awry.
Yep. Okay. Well, thank you for listening to Coffee Break. I hope you guys are enjoying the videos. You finished Magical Girl May.
I did. On to some other stuff now.
What do you got?
I'll have a teaser trailer for something on Monday. And on the day you're listening to this, there'll be something up for Patreon. It'll be a design thing. It'll be doing some art stuff.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm still working on my projects. I needed downtime.
Need some recharge your batteries.
Yeah.
Reboot your systems.
Because I realized my sleep schedule's all messed up.
Mm-hmm. You keep waking up at 3, and then just abandoning and going downstairs to do stuff.
Yeah, I'm just usually sitting in the dark thinking.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this isn't helping.
But you could do that in bed.
I could, but I'm weird like that. I like to brood. With my army of pain. A real line that I said as a 31-year-old man. Okay, I hope you guys enjoy. See you next week.
Bye-bye.
Bye.